Welcome back. Continuing on with our campaign playthrough of our Dark Hero Shade. This is episode 17. So, take a look at how things are from when we last left. Not really a whole lot of campaign resources. We're trying to save for a couple of things and not doing a very good job at it. Campaign experience, looks like we gained enough on our last quest that we'll finally be able to activate our power. We're still, for a long time here, been flirting with that second dark deed. Wounded hero Karnan, we'll put him to rest. I believe he was incapacitated last time, so he's got to do a second round of bed. We'll come into the tavern and do our side story. I don't think we're going to panic like a regular hero will do. We'll probably start wounded again. Nothing that we're not used to. Or I should say we are quite used to playing with wounded. Minotaur Milk, so that we'll be getting that in our next quest, probably along with a wound. And we'll check out the market. Okay, we have an opportunity. Help the hero. So we could heal Karnan up this way. We're not going to. Shock Troop. It's an okay mercenary. It's got durable, which makes you get less wounds, and if you have vault or whatever and can trigger the vanguard, it becomes a really good mercenary, but without it, it's not great. We've got the pikeman there right now. It's not going to do anything. Oh, heavy crossbow. This is probably arguably, like, this is a great weapon. We add it to the artillerist deck. So if we did get this, we'd have to unlock the artillerist at our smithy. So I think we're going to pass on it for now and save our money. But we will go to the heroes, and it looks like our people are competing for roster spots now. Ragnarok's been with us for a long time, so is their minstrel and apprentice hero. These two have great synergies together, but we'll throw Ragnarok out to try this Kirloth. The princess can come along and cheer us on still. And in the training, we will go in and we wanted to put another power on here, which was our Savage the Psyche power. So if we can get yellow, we can inflict a 2 damage bleeding wound on the next foe closest to the castle. Corruption of power, that sounds up our line. Uneasy disturbance. Yeah, let's do the corruption of power.
You are among the survivors of the endless recent hardships. So you know the Archmage, Richard Zemet, a wizard that lies secluded on the edge of town, has always been a helpful ally of Tell's Holding. Until now. His desire for power has drove him mad, and he now seeks the souls of innocents, for nefarious feats of vile sorcery. The proud mage is beyond reason, and the once heroic ally to the region, is now a demented enemy that must be stopped. Beware, by exploiting his reputation and riches he has begun to gather others to his cause. If you can stop the Archmage from harvesting the people, that would be a relief. Even greater would be to give the people what they need most, especially now, a symbol. A hero that represents the virtues of good, that will not be swayed by the allure of power, and will not abandon Tell's Holding in its hour of need.
Well, based on the heroes that we have and the heroes that we have in our stable, we'll start the quest. I think we're going to have to beat down Richard Zemet rather than be the beacon of good. I'll explain and show you why that is the case here in just a second. So if we look at here, we've got the Dark Saga, Age of Darkness. So this is going to be giving us Dark Deeds. If we get to 5 Dark Deeds, we lose. The quest that they're talking about is be this beacon of good. We need to attain 5 heroic deeds. So these are in direct opposition to each other, and unless you can hit this really quickly, it'd be hard. And I haven't been paying super close to the balance of our playthroughs, but most time we hover like right around neutral balance, and every once in a while we end up with a dark deed. There might be a couple of times that we've ended up with a heroic deed, but that's not normally how we roll. So we do need to be a little bit careful. Also, let's take a look at Richard Zemet. So his ambition, he's going to move the high cost people into the lair. Nothing unusual. Okay, so we'll have no 0 cost commoner cards anywhere in play. So again, we just need to be careful about getting rid of our commoners because they're essentially what's going to keep us alive. He has a power. When we defeat one of his foes, he destroys one of the lowest cards we have in our discard, so that's going to be one way how he's going to be working to get rid of our little people for us. Getting rid of a few of them is fine, letting them get to around 50 or 60% is fine, but we just got to be careful and not assassinate or train out of every single one of these guys as quickly as we can and build a strong deck. Have to play it a little bit more patiently and try and work with these cards. Bodyguards, he gets extra shields for the last card in the lair. And without a relic, he has Blood Pact. And this one's kind of, we will eventually get a relic, but basically he's going to be giving us a whole bunch of extra wounds, most likely. Hello. Get into it. I'm going to start off with our stables, and we got our bear. And with 3 left over, I'm going to hire a local. And we got a rogue. Oh, there's our Milk of Might. Don't have any yellow, won't be able to activate the call. And his bring them to me, destroy the small reward. He's still sitting at 0%. With 4. Want to be careful with these black cards, these the Essence of Death. Which we've got a lot of them up here right now. So when we have a lot, start cycling through. And going to hire another local, another rogue, which they give the dark essence to. Save the cower from agony. And he's already up to 20%. And I'm going to give him one more as I'm going to train. So I'm going to get the princess's top card. And with 5 attack, I know I'm not going to win this battle, but I'm going to wear him down a little bit. And with 3 left, it's the smith. Yellow. Then we should activate Savage the Psyche, which we did. Gave him a nice bleeding wound, which is going to mean he's easy pickings. Only 2 durability, but nasty, nasty weapon. So we'll take out Zemet once. I'm going to do Inferno ×2, Hunger ×2. So the Hunger won't hurt because we have nothing in there. He's going to give us a curse. So he's up to 60%, so we do have to be wary or careful. He is destroying our commoner cards. We can see he's already got 5 of the base laborers. We are on our way to Path of Darkness, but as long as we don't get to 5, we should be okay. I'm gonna try and go after the Marrow Skeleton. I believe that Archmage Zemet is the only arch villain in the game that gets weaker every time you beat him, a little bit weaker. Oh, back-to-back Marrow Skeletons. Fun. And then we'll take a turn, and after defeating the Archmage Zemet, we partied too long into the night and a bit hungover here the next day. Yeah, we'll take the greed. Stick on those archmages. Oh, nice. His bleeding wound stuck around. He's going to slowly bleed to death. Take a side quest. Recruit 6 heroes. Part of the reason I played it like that, because I have a pile of money. But the pile does not last long at all. clean up our board a little bit here. Oh, smithy again. Got the katana this time. Excellent. Push back. Now that he's out of the crypt, he's quite a bit weaker. So shot at him. All of those runes of wounding, thanks to Richard Zemmet. These bloody regenerating people. Go to the market, try and find a torch. Well, I'm going to try and get lucky against this one here. Have to beat him. And we finally did beat him, which is nice. And then I'm going to use the smith, because using the smith does give one durability back on your weapons. I'm going to keep the hunting spear around. And we also ended up getting what? A sturdy axe, okay. We won't be able to activate that right now. And call is just going to help him, so I'm going to call out a turn here. Go into call, can't activate that. Activate that, activate the katana, activate the axe, go after Zemmet. And we almost have enough to go after him again, so let's prepare the mercenaries. Try it. Try to win turn 9. We got a little lucky, but not good enough. Failed our quest. Fine. We know all is quiet up there, so if we can generate enough attack, we can for sure kill the marrow skeleton. If we can generate even more attack, we could kill the Shadowland beast. Try for the bigger one. And just enough to get him.
Yeah.
And this should give us the victory.
After defeating the wizard, his minions disperse. A young red-haired maid steps forth. She speaks in a somber tone. Paul Master Zemet, he was beyond saving. I studied under him. He was a good man, strong in his craft. Recently he discovered the Crimson Eye, a crystal of great power. Obsessed, he spent his days and nights interacting with it. He claimed it could grant him power to stop the dragon if it returned. His power surged once he started feeding it souls. At first it was just animals. It desired more. It wasn't long before he fed it the soul of a person. After that he changed for the worse. Nothing I could do or say would sway him.
Well, just because Richard Zemet couldn't harness the power of the Crystal Eye and get completely corrupted doesn't mean that we can't, of course. And we take the relic to our hands. And it will give us power in the form of experience at the cost of dark ticks. We'll be okay with it. Looks like there is more to talk about for our next episode, but we will wrap up here and we will continue on the next game. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.